Welcome, people, back again to the final Spooktober film for Spooktober Fest. This is GP here, and I got with me back at it again once again. Y'all know him, you love him. Big W is in the building.
Yo. What's up, GP? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing out there, chat?
What up?
I'm good.
You just belched.
Feeling holiday flavor and bliss.
That's great. And you also belched. That's cool. But that's all right. We ain't stopping.
Man.
We not stopping.
That's just a blessing.
It's just the blessing of a belch is a burp. Yes. All right. Our final film, we talking Mr. Crocket.
Mr. Crocket.
Yes. Directed by Brandon Espy.
Yes.
And of course it's rated R.
Yes.
Oh yes. Starring Elvis Nolasco, Jerica Hinton, Aidan Galvin, Crystalline Lloyd, Alex Alomar, Akipo Bomi, I hope I'm saying that right, Akim Black, Jermaine Rivers, whole bunch of other people.
Yes. Phenomenal cast.
Yes. Possibly. Here's a plot. Your kid's best friend, your worst nightmare. A single mother thinks she found the key to calming her child down. A VHS copy of a strange children's program named Mr. Crockett's World. However, a darker and bloodier secret awaits to invade their home from inside the tape.
Yes.
All right, here we go. So, you said it's 1994, right?
It was 93, but go ahead.
Okay. Picture 1993. A black family home with a mother and a father at the dinner table.
Mm-hmm.
The father was kind of harsh, kind of abusive, as we can tell.
Yes.
Towards his family, more so his son. His son don't want to eat his vegetables. Okay, as that going on, the father is talking about how much he paid and how much he worked for this food on the table.
Yeah, to put food on and clothes on his back and all that.
Clothes on his back, it's typical.
The typical parent meeting.
Yeah. When the father's mad, he go on a tangent about how much he paid and how much he spent for the roof over their heads and the food and stuff like that. So the mother trying to tell him to calm down. The father. They don't tell me to calm down. You won't tell me to calm down.
You forgot a little part, but he was watching Mr. Crockett Universe before the dad called him to come eat.
Oh yeah. He's yes, the kid was mesmerized by
Mr. Crockett.
He was a friend like you is a friend like me, and to be coming off, you could stop me. But anyway, yes, he goes off to the dinner table and they're eating. As the father going off on a tangent again, Mr. Crocket gets activated. He opened up the VCR box and his eyes that freaked me out right there. When his eyes within.
Yeah. Now, cause you can tell when he hear the father going off on the son, he slowly slides down. Then all you see two eyes pop up the VCR like,
oh no,
like what the.
Yeah, and then his
next thing you know,
out.
he coming out the VCR.
Right. So the mother is so mad at the father, and she goes off into the room. Right. Oh, she
storms off into the bedroom.
Yeah. Here comes Mr. Crocket talking about his language.
They said, "How you got in my house? Who the hell is you?"
Yeah. He was like, language.
Language, sir.
He come out the back door. He come in through the back door. But even though he actually been in the house, I don't know why he comes in through the back door.
I guess he wants to act like he was a neighbor.
Or just a person, just coming in the house. I guess he didn't want to spook the people, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Makes no sense.
And then one of his first friend comes to life and it's a chair, like a flesh-eating chair or something.
Yeah.
That can talk.
Yeah, it's like a puppetry. Yeah. Imagine Pee-wee's Playhouse. Basically, this character of Mr. Crocket, he reminds me of
Mr.
Pee-wee's Pee-wee Herman, Mr. Rogers,
Mr. Rogers,
and Barney
with the singing.
Yeah, and Barney. If you think of all those characters in one, that's Mr. Crocket, but more Freddy Krueger element. All of that mixed into one is Mr. Crocket. So he makes this chair he has a friend that's a chair and a monster combined in one, and then he strapped down the father onto the chair. The father like, what is this? Get me out of here! That's what the acting is horrible. I'm sorry.
And then he said, "Nah." And then what he said, we go eat your vegetables because we want you to be a very strong man.
Yeah. Like the acting of the father wasn't great.
It was a little overboard.
You're like, get me out of here. So he made him eat these rotten food.
Yeah, because he changed the plate to what they was eating. He changed it to like rotten maggots and some kind of slime ball.
Yes, Mr. Crocket has special powers. We'll get to how he got those in the future of this episode. But he made the food rotten food as a torment because that's what he was doing to his son. So Mr. Crocket is tormenting him to making him eat this rotten food. He made him eat the rotten food. He was like, no, I'm not gonna eat it. Ugh. So Mr. Crocket
he threw his stomach though. Ugh.
Yeah, Mr. Crocket cut open his guts and shoved the rotten food down his guts. Literally. And also
he said, you spitting out? I got something else for you.
Yes, also along with that he put
a stuffed chicken.
You said stuffed chicken?
He did the chicken first. He stuffed the chicken after first. He did the rotten tomato.
Yes.
And then he said, that ain't enough. And then he got some kind of iron from
a whole
somewhere.
Iron a turned on iron sizzling.
Oh my God.
And put
nasty.
that in his guts.
Was nasty.
I was like, that's just messed up right there.
Yeah.
All of this, the father is the mother, she
come out the room.
She panted in the room, don't want to go out, but curious to figure out what's going on.
Because she hear different voices.
Yes, she come on out and then she see Mr. Crocket.
Basically
I guess his
father.
light. Yeah, killing the father, but the light showing Mr. Crocket bringing along her son into his world.
Yeah.
And fade to light is how we go to the next scene. And the next scene is a single mother going to the funeral of her recently deceased husband and trying to get her child to come along with her.
He was getting on my nerves.
Oh man, yeah, he was awful.
Oh man,
he was annoying.
Give me my game. I don't want to be here. Give me a game.
It's like he looked too old to be acting this way because
oh my God, he was annoying as hell.
And then it's like it's your father's funeral, man. You can't be acting like this. Give me my game. Well, give me my game.
And the mama trying her best to keep calm and keep him calm at the same time while grieving the loss of her husband.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah.
So it's like she got all this on her shoulders, and her kid just being bad, crying over a goddamn video game.
Right. Also, yeah. So
it's wild.
She finally explained to him why he should act right because this is a funeral for your father. So fast forward to the overpass.
Yeah, the overpass of the funeral.
Yeah. And her son was saying, "It's boring. Can I go outside and play?" And she like, "Yeah, just go."
Just stand. She told him to just stay in the front yard.
Yeah. Stay in the front yard so I can see you. You like, okay. So we out there playing, and this had to be like a few months time since
I thought it was a year later.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
but it's a time away from the opening scene, and he's playing out front, and the mother from
the opening scene.
Yeah, the opening scene. She's it looked like she. Yeah, it looked like she's kind of like. It looked like she's just homeless now. Yeah. She's talking crazy. Well, not really talking crazy, but she seems like she's like a crazy homeless person now.
Yeah. Was she talking to herself before she seen the kid, right? Like she was walking down the street talking to herself?
Yeah. And she see the son and she's saying,
did she calling about his name, huh? Her son name, right?
Yeah.
Because she thinking that's his.
She basically.
I guess she thinking that's her son that she's seeing, but it's not.
Yeah, she basically think that's her son, but no, it's not her son but she still want to protect the little boy from Mr. Crocket, and the little boy like, get away from me, from me.
The mama come out there all gangster.
Yeah.
Get your...
Yeah.
The man come out there whoop your...
Don't touch my son.
That scene was kind of funny, man.
Yeah, it was. It's supposed to be serious, but it was funny.
Because the way she came out, like she owned it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
she was just all sad and stuff about the kid and her husband deceased. So it was wild. That was a funny scene.
Yeah. Before all that, she was inside and she had these people just talking to her. She like blocking them out, not caring nothing what they say, because they're saying that her son should not be acting like this, and you need to put a spanking on that little boy. And she don't want to hear it until, that incident happened outside, so everyone else inside comes outside. So the woman said, you need to protect your little boy from Mr. Crocket. And she's like, what you talking about?
She think the woman crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. She was like, protect the little boy. Protect the little boy. So she's like, lady, if you'll get out of here, leave us alone. So the lady finally leaves. Or did she call she didn't call the police, did she?
No, she said, if you don't leave, I'm going to call the police. And then the lady just
left. Right.
She gave her a warning.
Yeah. So after that, cut to the scene of the woman trying to adjust. She's at home and the son is at home, and they're being a family. But the son won't calm down.
He's just going
wild.
Titcher tantrum.
Yeah. He's just going wild. And she's like, sit down. Watch some TV.
I don't want to sit down.
Yeah. Boy, sit down.
Oh my God.
So she went
about that little kid.
So she went off on him. So she said, don't you see me? I'm trying to do what's best for us. And you want it?
She said, I'm doing the best all I can. I'm a single parent. I'm doing the best I can to help raise you and put food on your table. And
you won't calm down. She said, you know what? I'm done.
That's what she said. I'm done
being your mother.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with this.
Yeah.
And then she goes in her room and slams the door.
As soon as that happens, the
little boy
book,
found the tape.
the house book. No. The house.
Oh yeah, the book.
The house. The book house. You know those little book houses that be in neighborhoods where you can take a free book and bring it back and stuff like that. That lands right in front of the house. So later on, she gets she sees it. She goes out and she's looking around like, who put this here? And opens this up and sees the tape and sees Mr. Crockett's world. So she go back in the house and say, here, look at this. So he looked at it like, okay, puts it in the VCR. A friend like you is a friend like me. You help trouble, you can always call me.
It's catchy, but it's annoying at the same time.
Yeah, but the tape itself, when they show the episode, and the episode is deranged because it always cuts and statics up and cuts up and stuff like that. But the kid don't see it. I think the kid is in a trance when he sees it.
Yeah, he just see Mr. Crocket.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, Mr. Crocket. Wow. So a few days go by, and she noticed he's always watching Mr. Crocket. And she said, you know what? How about we go out today and go to the park? He said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to watch Mr. Crocket. She said, nah, you've been watching this a little bit too much. You need some fresh air. No.
Yeah, let's go outside, baby.
I don't want to do that. I want to watch Mr. Crocket. So,
oh man, Mr. Crocket boy.
She's looking at him watching, and she see one of the characters on Mr. Crocket change his head slowly to look at her.
Yeah,
and she's like, oh, what the heck?
That's when she pulled it out, right, and she breaking, right?
Yeah, she takes out the film and starts stretching it out and stuff like that. And
the little boy, he going crazy.
She going up. Why you doing that? I want to watch Mr. Crocket.
Stop it, Mama! Stop it.
Right. So he's mad at her. He go storm off in this room, and she's in her room. So nighttime comes. She's sleeping. She wakes up and hear a noise. And she basically sees Mr. Crocket in all his purple light again, bringing her son inside
a portal, like a portal.
A portal in his world. And as soon as she do that, she gets a bat. As she tried to hit Mr.
Crocket.
Hit Mr. Crocket with the bat.
Mr. Bat.
And Mr. Crocket creates some kind of thing to hit the bat out of her hands.
Yeah.
And
did he throw it too? Like he took the bat and then he like threw it down or something?
Yeah.
Well, he pushed her and she fell down or something.
Yeah, and then he goes inside the portal and she's like, "Oh my God, where's my son?" Ah.
She crying.
Call police.
Her tears up.
Yeah. Call the police. They do a missing child thing. So
yeah, missing child report.
Yeah, and she got flyers put up.
Yeah.
So I guess a few days go by. I guess there's another incident with a doped up white father and daughter is all into Mr. Crocket as well. I think the tape busted or
I'm trying to remember. Hold on.
Something happens where I think the power went out.
Oh yeah, okay. You talking about the father that was he was on drugs or something?
Yeah, he was on drugs. He was doped up.
Yeah, and she was singing a song. Well, I remember she was singing a song. The little girl.
Yeah, I think the power went out. I think the
power went out.
The TV broke. The TV broke.
She was singing a song, and Mr. Crocket appeared while she was singing the song.
No,
the power went out, and the daddy was
wait. She was watching the tape of Mr. Crocket, and the power went out, and she was like, she goes to her father, and her father's all doped up. He gonna wake up. She's shaking him, and then she put this water on him, and he wakes up. Then he gets mad, and he says, I thought I told you I need some time to myself. and she said, Daddy, the TV broke. So he goes in there to investigate the TV, and he said, I can't fix this right now. You're gonna have to do something else to pass the time. And
and then that's what
Mr. Crockett's world. I want to watch Mr. Crockett's world. He said, I can't fix the TV right now. You have to wait. So he goes back into the room. The TV pops back on.
Was she singing that song though?
Yeah, she's singing the song. And then,
friend like me.
Yeah, and then Mr. Crocket comes. Mr. Crocket again comes out of the VCR
with his magical marker.
Right, and he goes to the room where the father is still just sitting there, and then I think he hear this noise, and then the father come back, and he's sitting in his chair, Mr. Crocket sitting in his chair. He said, "Who are you?" And he says,
and he was reading a newspaper.
Yeah. He said,
Mr. Crocket sitting in the chair reading the newspaper.
He look at that newspaper. Can you believe the crime that's going on in this city and stuff like that? And he asked him,
excuse me,
"Who are you?" And
who are you?
Yeah, he said, I don't like the way you've been to your daughter. So
and then he cussed me and said, I'm about to wash your mouth out with soap.
Yeah. And then he said,
because the daddy started going on a rant.
Yeah, and the dad pulls out a gun. He said, I need you to leave. Mr. Crocket says, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be in charge of your daughter now. And then the dude tried to pull the trigger on the gun, and a big old bubble comes out of the gun. And he said, what the heck? And then now Mr. Crocket takes the gun, supposedly blow a bubble out of the gun into his mouth, and the bubble just keeps getting bigger.
It blows his body up.
Blow his whole head off. Clean off.
Hey, that was good special effect. It looked so real though.
Yeah.
The way that way they scene folded, I like, damn, his head exploded.
I wanted it to be more comical though. Like his head just keep getting bigger and bigger until it pop like a
Mr. Crocket. He don't play. He be on some serious stuff.
I'm just saying it should have been more comical, like
yeah, it could have.
Yeah, but anyway,
because it had some other comical scenes, so it could have.
Yeah, but after that, he brings the kid inside. Another kid goes inside Mr. Crockett's world. So we got two kids that's been filmed going to Mr. Crockett's world.
That's up to date from the 1993.
So the mother, Summer, the main mother who lost her husband, was walking around the neighborhood and she sees police and she's trying to figure out what's going on here. and like, it has been no break-in. They haven't stolen anything, but the father is dead and the child is missing.
Mm-hmm.
So she starting to connect the clues and then she sees the little treehouse of books.
Yeah.
So Summer goes to the library and start looking up Mr. Crocket, and she sees these newspaper articles about him kidnapping a kid and stuff like that. So she see this blue light within the library. No one's around, and she goes to the area and she see the tape playing on the screen. And she's like, a friend like you is a friend like me. And then it stops. And then Mr. Crocket turns to the TV screen and said, I know you've been looking for me.
I know you've been looking for me.
I'm going to need you to stop it. Because if you don't stop it, I will come after you.
So he basically gave her a warning.
She walks, because he says something. He said, I'm going to need you to come closer. And then she gets closer. I'm gonna need you to go closer than that. And then he comes out the screen. Ah! And then she hightail it out of there. And she goes to the lobby of the library. She goes to the lobby area. She almost out the door, and then she sees some guy says, I seen you lost your son. She was like, yes. And he was telling her his name, and then he was saying he knows that about Mr. Crocket. So they start doing a double team. They're trying to look. Up. Yeah, they're trying to look for the mother from the opening.
Address, right?
Yeah, they're trying to look for the mother of from the opening scene.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they can get some details from her, because he said that he lost a daughter himself. So they start looking for the mother from the opening.
From the opening scene.
Yeah, then they find her, but they find her. She got this whole setup where she looking through different TV screens, like she got abilities of her own, and she can sense when he's. She was
like kind of like a psychic, because her eyes was like in the back of her head and shit.
Yeah, she's like ever since he took
like
her son,
like a medium, huh?
Yeah, ever since she took her son, she can feel his presence on which house he about to hit next. So she tried to practice more and more and try to sense where he's coming. And she got TVs, static TVs all over in this I don't know where she at, this little bunker she created. And so she said, can you try to sense him now? And she said, I can try. And then she tried, and that's when her eyes went to the back of her head, and her eyes went static, and then she found it on the TV.
She said, I found the address.
Yeah. So they all three go to the address. Yeah. They all go to the address, and they come in when Mr. Crocket killed the parents already. And he's already bringing the kid inside his world. And Mr. Crocket sensed the three inside the house. He said, I know someone's in here.
No, you saw how he looked when he said that. His face expression in that movie is funny.
But I don't know why he act like he don't know exactly where they are. So
they're under the bed.
All three of them hiding. I don't think they was hiding behind something. They were hiding behind some kind of couch or something.
I think if I remember, I think one of the dudes, I think that male went under the bed, because he went in that room. He's like, I can sense you.
I think it was
somebody went under that bed. I can't remember.
It was the woman.
The man or the woman?
It was the woman. It was the
original mom, huh?
The psychic woman.
Yeah.
She went under the bed, and them two was behind some kind of sofa or something like that. So Mr. Crocket moves the sofa. He said, I found you. And then that's when the woman came from under the bed. And did she stab him or hit him with something?
No, she hit him. I think she hit him with something. I don't think she stabbed him. I think she hit him with something.
Mr. Crocket, fell to the ground. And then she told them to go into the world because the portal was still open.
Oh yeah, because he had just opened the portal.
Yeah, so them two running inside the portal, and they said, "Come on!" And then Mr. Crocket stabs her too. And she's like, He said, "Thought you'd get away from me?" And then he closed the door on her, and them two go inside the portal. And this place here is crazy. It's basically like the set. It's like a nightmare version of the set that he did his show on.
Mm-hmm.
But they in a world.
But the kids in a trance.
They in a trance, right?
So they thinking everything is clean and stuff.
Yeah, but the world itself is like a version of hell, basically.
Yeah.
And the moon is who face was that on the moon? Because they did a little parody of what's that show called?
You talking about when they was outside?
Teletubbies. You know when the Teletubbies have the baby as the son on that show? But who was the moon?
I thought it was that blue monster on the moon. That's what I thought it was.
I don't know. It looked like a person to me. It looked just like a regular person face.
I'm at the
unless this was Mr. Crocket's face himself, but anyway,
it probably was Mr. Crockett's face.
Yeah, but
because that's his world. You know, that's his world.
Yeah,
so it probably was Mr. Crockett on the moon.
So they trying to get the kids out the trance, and then she gets caught. Someone gets caught, and someone gets caught by the chair. And the chair has hold of her, and homeboy, he's hiding around. So Mr. Crockett basically explains to her.
Mr. Crockett talking about it's story time.
Yeah. He explains to her how he became
Mr. Crockett
with these abilities and stuff like that. Basically, back then he had this television show where no. Let's go way back. When he was a kid, he was abused by his father, and when he got older, he killed his father.
Yeah, that's right.
So he decided that he didn't want to see any more kids end up like him.
Through the kind of verbal abuse and stuff. Right.
So he created this show, and he saw this kid being abused same way he was, and then he kidnapped the kid. But between all that, the show was getting canceled, and he was mad at everyone, and
that was his friend, right? That was his camcorder. The one he said, "You don't believe in me? You don't believe in me?"
Yeah, because the show was being canceled.
He just went crazy, man. He started destroying stuff. And
he sensed that the kid was being abused, so he kidnapped the kid and brought him to his house, and they basically showed it in an animated way on what happened. Basically, the police came in and started shooting, but they would start shooting at the wrong area, almost hitting the kid. And Mr. Crockett came and protected the boy, but got shot multiple times.
Yeah.
His soul goes to hell, and he said that the way he could get souls, he made a bargain with the devil by getting souls, parent souls of any kid that's being abused or being neglected.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how he got his powers. Ability. Yeah. So she's saying, "You're sick, you're crazy," and that's going on. The same little boy that he protected was the guy that was with Summer.
Yeah.
He was acting like he was a parent, but he really was the little kid that Mr. Crockett kidnapped. And he was like, "Don't you remember me? I'm I don't know his name, Andy or whatever."
Yeah.
He was like, "No. You're not that little boy. You an old you an old shallow man." Basically, this puppet monster ate up. Right? Yeah, puppet monster ate him up.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, Summer got her son out of the trance, and
they running, trying to hide and stuff.
Mr. Crockett kept bringing the little boy back in the trance, and the mother had this. The father was in the army, right, or something like that.
Yeah, he was in the army,
and he had this whistle. And she said, "If you ever need me or your father, call on this whistle." So she had the whistle, and she started blowing it and took the boy out of the trance. And Mr. Crockett was like, "The only way you could be able to stop all this is if you kill your mother." So he drew a knife out of that marker that he used to open portals with.
Yeah,
he drew a knife,
marker.
And he handed it to the little boy. He said, "The only way you could do this is if you kill your mother, and we all will be together." So the little boy swiped the marker from Mr. Crockett and was going to the middle like he about to stab his mother, but he dropped the knife and gave his mother
the marker, right?
The marker, yeah. And he was like, no, Mr. Crocket, what are you doing? We're supposed to be together.
And then that's when she opened the
A
portal.
friend like you is a friend like me.
Like me.
Yeah, and basically, she opened up a portal. She said, we getting out of here.
Did she save all the other kids too, right?
Yeah. All the other kids got out of the trance once the little boy did. And Mr. Crocket was going to charge him for it, but she sliced him up with the marker in half. So half of his body on the ground, both his top and his bottom half.
He was missing his legs.
Yeah.
Because
So
he was crawling. And
he's crawling. Yeah.
Once all the kids, they was about to go in the portal. Once he got the other kids, and then she's like, he said, you'll never get rid of me. I always be with you.
Yeah, he told the little boy that.
While he got the woman paying, then she finally kicked them, and then they went in the portal.
Yeah. So they went in the portal, and Summer took the woman's from the opening son back to her, and she was happy and ecstatic, like, oh my God, I can't believe you did this
too, I think.
Yeah, and so she said that all the kids went to their
respective families.
Yeah, and everything is all fine. The mother and the son, Summer and her son, is now having fun and everything
coexisting with each other.
Yeah, everything look all dandy and great,
happy and dandy.
Yeah. So the
until
a teacher comes to Summer's house stating that your son's been a little bit abusive. he been hitting kids and along with the fellow teachers.
And she showed them pictures of the bruises.
Yeah, to prove it. She said, and Summer was like, I taught my son to fight back, but I didn't teach my son to do this. And she said, the teacher said, what about the father figure? She was like, there is no father figure.
His father's dead.
His father is dead. And she's like, there's this person your son's been talking about.
This new stepfather? What is stepfather?
Stepfather. Yeah. And she's like, there's no stepfather. And as they having this conversation, the little boy in his room drawing a picture of him, the mother, and Mr. Crocket. And he stops drawing, and he still has that. Yeah, he hears the Mr. Crocket's voice, and he grabs the marker. Boy. Yeah, he grabs the marker and fade to black. That's the end of the movie.
And then he said, "That's my boy," and then it fades to black.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a sequel. Like
it's gonna be probably maybe, but it depends on how good this turns out as far as the views and the ratings. But
it was decent.
You think it was decent? I thought I like the idea of it all, but just I think the acting really turned me out of it.
Yeah, some of the actors could have been better. Mr. Crocket, his acting was pretty good because he played a good villain.
Right? Yeah. I think.
But I'm saying like the parents, they could have had better parents. Like the main protagonist, which is the mom, she could have been a little bit better.
Yeah, I think Mr. Crocket was the highlight of the movie, but I think the story. Well, I like
the storyline. I enjoyed the storyline.
I'm gonna get critical with it because I didn't get. Two things I didn't get. One, I didn't get why the homeless woman, I don't get how she got these little powers of her own to track Mr. Crocket. I didn't get that at all. That didn't make any sense.
They should have did a little short backstory how she got it. Because the film is short. It ain't that long.
Yeah, but regardless, it makes no sense on how she got those abilities.
Yeah.
Also,
you got a point.
Yeah. Also, the ending, like, if you broke out of a trance, why would you still like, you know?
But you say he probably became a spirit, you know.
I don't know. That made no sense right there. Just the ending of that, like that whole part. That's it. That's my beef with it all. But
so your beef is the woman having powers, and they don't go into details, and then
basically
the ending
plot holes
with Mr. Crocket.
Plot holes of the story. Yeah, it's the acting and the plot holes.
You know what would have been perfect? He got trapped in hell. But he had to figure his way back out to try to get revenge.
But that would have been a perfect. That's the whole point.
That would have been a perfect ending.
But he was already in hell. He was like he made the bargain already.
If he talking to the boy, he must be out. If he can't talk to the boy, tell him that's my boy.
I don't know. That the story didn't add up with that to me.
So everything was good to them.
Yeah, but it could have been more scary. It wasn't scary at all. I was just laughing throughout this.
Yeah, I was laughing.
Entire movie,
especially the face expression. I was laughing.
Yeah,
and I that song kept on getting. It was tight, but it was getting annoying too.
It's a good concept, but I think a little bit of budget and a little bit of acting.
A friend like you. I like, shut up, Mr. Crocket.
Man.
So on a scale of 10, what you give it?
I give Mr. Crocket a 6.5 out of 10.
I was gonna say a solid 6.
Solid 6.
Say a solid 6.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Any last words before we go?
If you want to get you a good comedy / horror film, Mr. Crockett's the movie for you. And I just want to say my last 3 words is I enjoyed this spending time talking about more horror movies. So hopefully we got more in store coming for you. And I'm blessed, man. Y'all have a blessed day. That's all I got to say.
All right. You heard him. All right, people. We out.
Peace.
Purge.